taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's day trading live stream. Today is Wednesday the 19th. S&P is up 15, NASDAQ up 85, Russell a little bit green, Dow is up 50, gold slightly green, silver and gold, or silver's down, notes and bonds red, 10-year yield up, oil flat, natty gas up, grains are a little bit red, euro and the pound a little bit red, Bitcoin up 2%. My focus at the open will be to enter a 0-2 ratio diagonal, my FOMC trade. AKA the Crane. Brought to us by yours truly, Crane. Not yours truly. Yours truly would be me. Crane is one of our members, so that's why we call it the Crane. Market is opening. So I'm going to try to manually fire this here within the first minute. Let things open up a little bit. Got to wait until at least 45 seconds after the market opens. Got about a 53-point expected move so far at this point for the SPX. All right. Let's see if it fire for me. I use a user triggered bot and I manually fired it. Okay, there it goes. It got filled at $75.33. Let me get this posted. All right, so that's posted in the 0DTE trade channel. Let me just double check it on my platform here, make sure it's looking good. All right, looking good. So here is what my Crane looks like on the risk profile graph. Kind of looks like a little bit of a drunk calendar, right? So usually these things benefit when you get a little bit of an up move. Somebody's got their video on. Okay, I got it. I turned it off. Yeah, if you guys, whenever you guys join the live streams, there's always a couple of people that have their video on, have their cameras on. If you could make sure you have those turned off when you join. I always have to manually find a couple of people who have them on and take them off myself. But good morning, everyone. It's FOMC day. So let me get my expected move areas plotted on my charts here. NDX expected move a little over 235 compared to about 195 yesterday. I've also got some calendars. I'm going to be closing all of my calendars out before FOMC today. They are doing well. I've got my 6-7 is up 22%. My 5-7 is up 7%. My 2-3 is up 14%. My 2-4 is up 6%. My 1-3 is up 12%. My 1-2 is up 7%. And my 2-3 from yesterday is up 7%. As far as day trades go, my plan is to maybe take one or two quick ones this morning and then be done. I will say either after FOMC but really tomorrow and Friday, I will be having a pretty heavy focus on day trading just because of the potential extended movement we tend to see after the reports out of the way. Obviously, the 99.9% likelihood is that there will be no rate change today. But as always, it's about the language and forward-looking statements that Mr. Jerome has to say. And probably more importantly, or just as importantly, the fact that it's just out of the way and the market will find its direction. No BICs today. So my 1-2 just closed for almost 10%. Get that posted. Meta is falling into the red. Apple is acting strong above yesterday's high now. A lot of stocks kind of falling. Amazon fell into the red after opening close to yesterday's high. Meta has just been getting beat down. Tesla is up 3%. Tesla having a nice little pop. So typically the green likes a little move up. It's currently green. It's up a little bit. Get a little bit of a bounce. That's when it will really start to print typically. Actually, I don't need to look, but I don't recall what the typical price was to get in. I paid over $75. That seems high, right? Go back and look at the back test trade log. Yeah, let's see. December it was 50. Yeah, yeah. Well, in July, last July, it was 83. Or no, I'm sorry, 68. Yeah, no, yeah, it's been in the 30s, 40s, 60s. Yeah, this is extremely high. Back in June of 22, it was $76. So yeah, this is pretty high priced. All right, so coming to got about 30 seconds left on our second 5-minute bar. Reddit has big volume. I'm not going to trade it. It doesn't have very good options. I need to just take that off my board. But other than that, I don't see any big volume bars. Let me know if you guys see anything else. Oh, Baba. Baba. It's got a crazy volume bar. Hang on a second. I got a calendar closing. Yeah, so my 1-3 just closed for 14%. How much is the BYD car? Funny you should ask. My dad actually lives in the Philippines for a lot of the year, and he's looking at buying one. Know the ticket is? I don't know the ticket price. What are you asking? I'm not sure what you're asking. Oh, I don't know. Is it even public? Ticker. Well, there's a BYD ticker. Maybe that's it. No, that's Boyd Gaming. I don't know. I don't even know if it's a public company, is it? Now Nvidia coming down. The big Jensen Huang speech yesterday. Yeah, so he wanted to get a Tesla, but you just can't get a Tesla over there. So he test drove a BYD. Said he really liked it. Said it's definitely not on the same level as Tesla, but pretty cool. Baidu is falling hard. Baba's getting a little bounced. I don't know about that volume bar. That was like 10 times the size of the first one. It's a little much. Reddit bounced and fell again. S&P and NASDAQ coming down. NASDAQ coming down faster than the S&P. Apple staying strong, just under, pushed up to yesterday's high. The green is still hanging in there. Mine's still green, but not getting that quick profit target like we do sometimes in the first 3 minutes. Wow, you got a lot better fill than I did. Elliot, so here's mine. So I got in, I'm on the 45.50 calls, 25.10 puts, filled it. My average price is 75.33, 74.64. Okay. What was your fill time? I got in at 9:31:04. You must have got in a little earlier. These things, man, the earlier you can get in, the better. Oh, wow. You got in later. Okay. I beat you by about 30 seconds, but yours, much better fill. Nice. Usually, usually we've seen the whoever gets in the first wins. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take all mine off. I usually I'll sit there and watch it. I'll watch my original order, and if it kind of contracts, I'll double dip, and that's worked out pretty well too. But yeah, I'll take all my first one off. Pretty choppy on the day trades here. Nothing, I don't see anything to get excited about yet. I mean, maybe Apple based on relative strength, but it's been acting a little weird. Like it'll do this. It'll act really strong compared to the market, and then it'll just chop when the market bounces. I need Microsoft and MSTR to pop before FOMC so I can shed some of those swing trades that I had on. I'm gonna hold some through FOMC, but I have too much risk on to hold it all. All right, my 2-4 and 2-3 just closed for 8 and 16% respectively. Good month for calendars. Nice bounce back. January and February were red. This month has been really nice. Robinhood taking off. Getting a bounce now. Meta back in the green. I'm up about $2 of my $3 profit target. Wow, you went big, Elliot. Did you fire two different tranches or was that a split fill? Coinbase is pushing. Apple's pushing. S&P pushing above its first 5-minute bar. Robinhood is getting close to a volume bar. Coinbase got a volume bar, so crypto must be kind of popping here. Yeah, Bitcoin pushing back up. So I'm going to take an upside volume runner in Coinbase. Trading the 2-day options. I'd be trading the trade the 187 half calls. See if we can get a little bit of a pullback here. Love to see a pullback back to pre-market highs. It doesn't take off without me. Robinhood got a volume bar as well. Apple staying strong. I mean, good price action for the cream. It's just not paying the way it does sometimes, at least not for my fill. For those of you who haven't traded it before, I mean, we've hit profit targets literally within the first 60 seconds or less on a couple occasions. Other times it's taken a little bit longer, but sometimes they come super fast. Actually, a Bosch day list, you can lose more than the debit paid on a calendar for sure. If it makes a huge move, goes way in the money, uh, just the spreads are going to be big, so you're going to lose more, and then also you can lose more than the debit paid to the downside. The debit paid is the max loss to the upside, minus whatever the spreadiness is that you can get out at. The downside is more because of because of interest rates. All right, so coin never gave me that pullback. There was something where you had to be approved for a certain level of permission so that they wouldn't be treated as short options. I would call them. See, it's like level 6 or level 7 or something. I can't remember what they call it. Chad, you already got out of your creams? Huh. I wonder what's the deal with mine. Mine's almost break even right now. Robinhood pushing, Coinbase pushing. SMCI is really pushing. Coinbase getting another big volume bar. All right, Microsoft and MSTR starting to push as well for me. Tesla holding above yesterday's high. Bitcoin pushing above highs of day, above yesterday's high. SMCI close to getting a volume bar. It's kind of a mighty 90. I wouldn't short that here, but so coin pulling back to yesterday's high here. Still looking at coin. I'm looking at the 190 calls. $190 calls in coin filled at 368, right off of yesterday's high, which I'll use as my line in the sand. We got two big volume bars. See if it's got any more push to the upside. Robinhood also pulling back a little bit. S&P and NASDAQ pushing. I'll put my first profit target in coin at 410. It's going to have to pop a little bit above highs of day. Coin's still holding. Elliot, did your crane hit? Mine's still basically at break even. Tesla coming below yesterday's high now. Not Tesla's not Tesla gapped up, but not participating in this up move in the indices. Coin and hood still pulling back a little bit. Coin's still holding a little bit, just dip below. Usually it's a VIX contraction that pays on those things, but didn't happen today. All right, this little dip trying to get bought up a little bit. Baba flushed down to below yesterday's close and yesterday's low, popped pretty quick. Robinhood bouncing nicely off of yesterday's high. Wow, what a rebound in Reddit. That thing pushed through highs, pushed through pre-market highs after a huge flush. Meta pushing above pre-market highs. See some bouncing here. Point, I still have my first profit target at 410. It's going to need to push here. Take another little leg higher. I don't have a hard stop now. Apple continuing to extend. Google pushing through highs of day. Tesla was acting strong at the open. Big gap up and no extension higher. S&P and NASDAQ extending higher. Coinbase kind of pausing at the top. Bitcoin is pushing through highs of day. Come on, coin. Follow your buddy. Follow your buddy Bitcoin. Hood pushing through highs of day. MSTR pushing through highs of day. Apple does not have a volume bar. You could look at that as a mighty 90, but I wouldn't short it. Yeah, nothing's higher than the first in Apple. Yeah, I mean, there's several stocks that have kind of higher volume. Coin cannot punch through highs of day yet. S&P and NASDAQ after that first little dip, all up. Nvidia trying to bounce back. I need MSTR above 300 today to get in the green on my swing trade. Microsoft, I'm going to need a little more. It's going to need to get above 392. It's got a little ways. Yeah, my green is now a little bit in the red. Down about 1.6%. Definitely don't want this thing to keep pushing hard to the upside. Come on, coin. Can your hood's doing a lot better than my coin. Have you taken profits on yours yet? Looks like you picked the right one. Nice. Meta pushing. Coin starting to tick above highs a day now. It's not extending like hood or MSTR though. Coin, my profit target's 410. It's almost there. It's at got up to about 405. There we go. Filled at 410. I'm going to take some more off at 450. That makes another push. Uh, Personally, I'm just more manually watching the position along with price action, but you better know your risk and your exit point before you get into a trade. Yeah, I'm just watching price. I would assume we start chopping here. Sometimes you get a little bit of move FOMC morning and then it kind of chops. So I'm just holding for now. I don't have a specific one in mind. I mean, if you play with the back test, you can play, any type of stop loss is going to reduce profits overall, but you can kind of see what lessons at least, I guess. Coin hit my 450 profit target, so I've just got one lot left. Go MSTR. My MSTR swing trade's almost back in the green. Need above 300. This will probably be my only day trade. I was hoping to just get one, maybe two in. Because things will most likely start to chop here before long. Everybody waiting for J Powell. PLTR coming down. Meta pulling back. So Meta's pulling back to pre-market highs. Let's see what Meta does here. I may take a upside runner in Meta. Meta, I would be trading the 590 calls. Let's see if it holds this pre-market high here. Got a couple minutes left on this 5-minute bar. I'm just waiting to see what this bar does in Meta. Coin, Hood, MSTR still holding their highs. Tesla bounced back into its first 5-minute range. Weezy, you were down $7 from your entry. Mine's down $2 right now, which is about the worst it's been. All right, I'm going to get in meta here on the 590 calls. Give it a few more seconds. I'm going to let this bar close here, make sure it doesn't dip. Well, it's coming down a little more. I'm going to wait. See if we get any more of a pullback here. It did kind of technically have a mighty 90 here on that last push up, so maybe get a little bit more of a pullback. So I might wait for it to get back above the pre-market high and hold, or not do anything. Coin, little dip getting bought up. I just have one runner left. I'm going to leave on with coin for now. Netflix, big bounce. Dipped into the red, now back above yesterday's high. MU pushing above highs of day. Yeah, the data release at 2:00 Eastern. Presser is at 2:30 Eastern. All right, all. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm not gonna take any more trades here. I've just got my one runner on coin. I'll see if it makes another leg higher. Otherwise, it's all about Jerome from here on out. As far as my cream trade, I'm just gonna watch it. I mean, I've certainly seen some good profits come in a little bit later too. But Obviously, ideally, wish we would have booked early like we normally do, but still just continuing to hold. I just part of it is I just don't expect a huge continuation extension before FOMC. So I'm comfortable staying in and just kind of watching price action and just kind of watching it, but make sure you're doing what you're comfortable with as far as managing your risk on yours. Otherwise, we're going to start streaming. I need to update the live stream. We won't be streaming for a normal power hour because we'll start 15 minutes before the data release. So 12:45 Central, 1:45 Eastern is when we'll start the FOMC live stream today. All right, all. For those of you who will attend, I'll see you then. Otherwise, have a good day.